Gone live in a while, so I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see here. Hopefully this is streaming landscape, but I don't think it is. So let me turn it this way. I don't know why it's not doing that, but hey. Again, this is a nice little experiment. It's been a little while since I've gone live. They changed a lot of rules around. You know, I promised I would finish this drawing. And all I basically have to do is erase the lines on Rage and the Fomorian. But yeah, it's been a while. Kind of wanted to show you it's this. I've been doing some podcasts, but this show is. This channel is more than about podcasts. It's also about drawing and filmmaking and a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So I'll try to do a little bit here. Always helps whenever you draw. It's always good practice, even if you mess up. And really, just the detail in the trees, which I'm going from memory. And you can kind of get away with it when you're doing comics, but if you're doing super realism, you want to use references for trees. Some of you might be curious about what's going on with my next film. I am learning about the art of short filmmaking through a book. Believe it's called How to Write Short Films, and I'm learning a lot with that. But besides that, I'm just trying to learn it and shoot some more ideas. I got a few ideas, but nothing's set in stone quite yet. That's hence why I'm reading the book. I finished reading the book. I just have to start applying it now. But a lot of projects have come up. I got Rage 4 coming out, hopefully in December. And might do a Kickstarter for that to get some issues printed out. And yeah. So this is all kind of nebulous up here with this. I don't know if you can see this all right. But these leaves are on this one branch, but that branch is being covered by some more leaves. So it's a little messy, a little abstract here. That's okay. You can get away with it when it's background a little bit. But again, you want to reference, these lines going, I could do something like that to show bark going across. In the background, I could draw, I suppose I could do more trees. But it's good to go back, and actually I should go back and just start learning to draw, trees, but in an easy comic illustration, way to where it's like I'm not spending tons of time drawing each individual leaf. But you get the impression that that's a tree there. See, I'm just kind of, because they're in pretty much a forest, deep forest in the short story. And I've been toying with the idea of doing a Rage comic set, based on like Rage in the Emerald Isle comic. But I've come to the conclusion that the story is so long that to put it in comic book form, it might span 2 to 3 comics the way I go. And I'm getting away from doing long form stories that go 2 to 3 comics. I want to make each comic, which is anywhere from the next one probably be 10 to 20 pages, make them self-contained stories. And hence another reason why I'm reading that How to Write Short Film book, because a lot of it pertains to all sorts of short story medium, like short stories themselves, comics, you name it. And I have to get better at writing individual stories that are self-contained. And Rage 4 will be self-contained. It's a rather simple story, but there's some nuances in it. Here, I'll just have some hair. I'm not saying here, some grass. And maybe a bush right here, some kind of wild bush next to that tree back there. You want some detail, but not a whole lot, because you don't want to take away from the foreground. Drop me a comment, let me know if you want me to draw anything in the future that's long form. You know, I have another channel called 10-Second Cartooning, but it's shorter. Each video goes from 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. These shorts I do here are going a little bit longer. I want to give you a little bit more bang for your buck over here at Mustang 7, because I do long form podcasts, and those are longer. And this is pretty much my main channel. So I want to give you a little bit more meat on the bone, so to speak. And I know this channel's a bit of a hodgepodge. Really, it's a channel I started a long time ago, like 2000, pretty much from the beginning of YouTube. And I've just kind of used it as a springboard for my short films. And I actually found a short film of mine that I did in college, but I'd have to edit it quite a little bit to make it safe for YouTube. I think some of the music might be copyrighted, and there might be there's definitely a couple saucy scenes in it, so which I would have to edit, cut out. Biology 101, which you can find on here, needs to be redone because I've had some music issues with that. So I have to either edit it on YouTube or make the changes, re-edit it and then upload it again, which is kind of a pain in the neck. But yeah, got to get back to the short films and short story undertakings, which is definitely a craft and an art. But it's been great to learn. I've been watching some short films from the library, like Short Film Collection, some Academy Award winners. There's been some really wacky ones, some really messed up ones too. But there's been some good ones, some good animated shorts, just to kind of inspire me and give me some ideas for, what I want to do next. Thank you guys for hanging on as long as you have, even though you probably haven't watched many of the new videos, But thanks for not unsubscribing, and the new subscribers, I thank you for subscribing, and you have kind of reignited this channel a bit, so I thank you so much. That's why it's great if you can leave a comment, maybe if you have any thoughts about the channel, what you'd like me to cover. I cover movies, I cover genre films and comics. If you have any recommendations of things to read, or comics to pick up. Not like I really pick up comics anymore. If anything, I get them on Kindle, unfortunately, because I've run out of room for my comics. So I have no choice but to get them digitally now. Yep, that's going to happen. So you noticed how I darkened these trees in the back. I've kind of made them silhouettes. That's good because, again, I want the foreground characters to pop out more. I don't want you to pay too much attention to. I think I messed up his chin a little bit, but the background, because that's not necessarily important. It's just kind of the setting. But I don't want to cheapen the background either. So it's always a balancing act. I don't want to Frank Miller the background, which he's got a habit for not. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad for not doing great backgrounds. Keeping them very minimal, too minimal, in my opinion, and abstract. But it's Frank Miller. It's his style, I guess. So yeah, this is pretty much ready to be inked. If I wanted to, I don't necessarily feel like I need to. I could have it somewhere in a sketchbook, part of a comic. I am thinking about doing a story with Rage in Ireland. I'm not sure if it's going to be this one particularly, but it might be closely related, since that short Rage story is kind of, it's not officially canon until I really mention it in a comic. It's kind of like a story that I just haven't told visually yet. I liked it a lot, and it gave Rage a direction. And Rage is kind of like a wandering Ronin right now. And he's looking for a mission, for a purpose. And I like exploring that. And other aspects of his personality that maybe he hasn't thought about in a while. And it's definitely a journey, or things that we can relate to. If you found yourself without work, possibly unemployed, unsure about what profession you're going to go into next. Maybe you tried one, it didn't work out too well, and you just feel kind of like you're wandering. That's kind of where Rage is right now. His heart's still kind of busted from losing his wife, but something keeps him going forward. He doesn't know what that is, but what is it? He wonders, that drives him forward. So I'll darken in part of the Fomorian's head. Horns. This tree's a little weird. And you want to make sure if there's follow through behind. Okay, so that would go down there. And there's follow through right there with the grass and the behind there. Yeah, just darken that. And that's pretty good. I don't even need to do something right there. So there we go. I'd say that's pretty much a finished drawing. Again, it's not perfect by any means, but it's a finished drawing. And these trees aren't necessarily perfectly accurate to what trees look like, but it's a proximity. And you get the picture. And they're about to rumble. And yeah, it's good practice. It's good practice. And who knows, I might use something like this in a comic cover one of these days, or a variation of this. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And keep this pad by me all the time. It's always good to draw it for 10 seconds minimum. Get me going there. Check out my other channel on 10-second cartooning. And that's mostly a dedicated drawing channel there. Thanks for watching. Now, how do I shut this sucker off? That's the question.